Good morning, everyone. We're all loaded up, ready to go. Got the bike on there for the first time, awning, topper, truck. It's squatting a little in the back, but nothing we can do about it now. Let's get going.
Look at that cool. All right, we're on our way up. It's a 4-hour trip and we're about halfway through. We hit a little bit of rain, but it's supposed to clear up. I got this guy with me. He was at the quick trip when I got gas, so I picked him up. And I'll update you when I get there.
We had the hardest time getting through that last segment. I record all these alone, obviously, if you've watched before, so having a buddy in the car with me, anytime I turn the camera on, he would end up cracking up. Anyways, here we are unloading. The guy in the yellow is my friend Evan. He's the one who actually got me into the whole topper and awning system. He showed me him. He was going to do the same thing on his Tacoma build, but he ended up going with a rooftop tent. He didn't bring it to this trip, so I can't show you guys, but that is what he's doing. If you look to the right, you'll see them putting up a tent, and we end up staking down around the same time. So setting this up takes about the same time as a larger tent. This is the laid out canvas piece that goes between the awning and the topper to block rain. I'll explain more about it later, but here I am waterproofing it. Setup is complete at camp. Start with a quick walk around. You've all seen this in the first video, but gotta show it again. It's worth it. Maybe some of you haven't seen it. Now, if you'll remember in the first video, I mentioned there was a gap up top. What I've done to combat that is I went and got a canvas tarp from Harbor Freight. I put some Velcro and rivets on it, and I then clamped it to my roof rack bar, just like that. So hopefully rain will start up here and run off there. I then took the extra wall, ran it up as far into the truck as I could, and clamped the excess here. I'll show you what that looks like from the inside. Ooh, I don't know if you can pick it up. It's kind of dark in here. Okay. So I added some Velcro, which is sticky, but then I also put rivets in the eyelets and in between every eyelet, just in case the adhesive fails. Hopefully the rivets will hang on. Then I added Velcro on the back side of the canvas so that this can Velcro there. So we have a nice seal going all the way down here and a nice seal up here to keep rain out. The only gap left is that right there, and I really don't think that'll be an issue. If anything, it can run down here. My main thing is to keep water out of here. So it is supposed to rain today. That's why I really wanted to get camp set up first. And I will let you know how it goes with the rain. Onto the inside, here you can see we got the bed frame. I added some carpeting to the bottom of this, which matches the bed rug nicely. Helps things slide in and out. Got my fitted sheet on the mattress, which I'm super proud about. Brought my negative 20-degree sleeping bag. No more cold nights. I brought a regular pillow, which I touched on in the last video. I said how uncomfortable it was with that first pillow there. Got our hanging fan up over yonder with a magnet and a remote. Also has a light on it. We've got our main light. I've got my phone charging, and that's it. If I have to pee in the middle of the night, you know, I've got this light as well. Extra charging cables, because I put this whole giant charging system in the truck and then realized everything I have uses batteries. So in the future, I might add a second one of these because I only have 3 USB ports on there, but I have to charge these up. I have to charge the fan. I have to charge my phone. I have to charge the camera when I'm not taking video. So there's quite a bit of things to charge, but here we are. Nice flat ground. I got a table that I probably won't use this weekend, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. And of course, I will keep you updated. On the morning of day 2 out on Firefly Lake, and it is absolutely beautiful out here. My buddy brought an inflatable paddleboard out here. There's no motors on this lake. The water's absolutely beautiful. It's quiet. Bit of wind though. Took a while to get out this far. I only caught one little tiny fish this weekend. Ben dropped his fish before we could get a picture. I thought it was hilarious, so I stuck it in here. Well, I broke my pole, so I'm heading back to camp till they're done fishing. So the first night went great. We didn't get any rain. Well, it rained for about 10 seconds. We had a little drizzle, a couple sprinkles. But I stayed warm in here. Nice negative 20 degree bag. Very comfy. There was a little bit of condensation this morning, but I had my fan on, but I had it on a timer to turn off after a couple hours. I was worried about the battery life, but it had like 75% charge when I woke up this morning, so I'm gonna leave it running all night. And I made some adjustments to the canvas piece that I was telling you about earlier, so I should be able to have this window cracked quite a bit to help with condensation, even if it does rain. Today is going to be the only clear day. I don't know if it's going to rain tonight, but the next 2 days are supposed to be pretty rainy, so we'll be putting it to the test then. Besides that, I have zero complaints. Everything went great. Also, I'm obviously up here on the trip with friends, and it's nice to catch up with them. I don't get to see them very often anymore. We all kind of moved away, so I do want to make a video of this, but I also let them know ahead of time, but I don't want the video to take over me having fun with my friends, so there might be a lot of stuff that I miss out on. I don't know how much will be included in this, but I am trying to catch glimpses here and there of what we're all doing.
A porridge pie?
You know, the key to a good pudgy pie is to just fuck up 3 or 4 of them until they're good.
Yeah, I haven't made a perfect one in a very long time, to be honest.
A lot of these camping videos do fancy and exotic meals. Today we're doing a pudgy pie. It's bread, cheese, pizza sauce, pepperoni, jalapenos. Slap it in between there, put it in the pudgy pie maker, and let it sit on the fire. And then it's like a little calzone pizza when you're done.
The
pan was a little hot for that one.
Oh, fucking A. Yeah.
I'm gonna sacrifice it. I'm gonna get cancer off of that thing. So I was mid-conversation for this one, but you can see it's supposed to be a nice golden brown color. I'm just gonna let that one go a little bit longer.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys. That's gonna be a tummy ache.
My belly hurts.
They have these nice bike trails going from the campsites all the way into town, so for dinner the second night we decided to ride into town and eat at the local bar or restaurant.
It's kind of
I like
lame.
the fact that the Pacers beat the Bucks and the Knicks is insane.
Yeah.
We finished up the night at the campfire, and I played some cribbage with Evan. I did win my first game ever, but I'm pretty sure he gave it to me.
Cut it, or
Your supervision with 5 shift walking and highly rated drivers. Add your team to your Uber account
Nibs
today.
for 2.
Is that any jack or just
Yeah.
that jack? Okay.
Wait, the jack.
Fans,
It's any jack, right? When you...
Day 3, the rest of the guys are going golfing, and I'm gonna go hit some trails on the dirt bike. I was filling up my water here, and you can see we had a little chipmunk who was real interested in all of our food. Here we are. We made it to the Tamaracks OHM trailhead. It's my first time using a microphone in my helmet through Bluetooth. I don't know if it's working. I hope it is, and I hope it sounds alright. But I'm gonna get some water, get all checked in and stuff here, and hit some trails. So the last time I was here was 3 years ago, and I was on a 500-pound adventure bike. This is my Buell Ulysses, which is an air-cooled V-twin Harley engine that's been heavily modified. And it was way too heavy. I fell about 5 times doing the novice course because of my skill, most importantly my skill.
Two, it had a tiny front tire, so anytime you'd hit the sand, it would push sand and you would just fall over. So I think I fell about 5 times and I was pretty exhausted. This bike has a 21-inch front tire. Oh, damn. Smacked her there. It's made for this kind of stuff, and it's 200 pounds lighter. So I'm very grateful for this bike. But there would be no way I could do this stuff on my old bike. And that's not the bike's fault. It's an adventure bike, not a dual sport. It's not made for this stuff, but it was all I could afford at the time. It was all I had at the time, so I was trying to make the most out of what I had. But after getting this, the Ulysses is going to be staying on the road. Little log, head obstacle, no problems. Okay, slow her down. Slow her down. Goodness, that was close. And I went the hard way, like a dummy. Gotta hit the hill. Woo! Bottomed out on that one. Or cased it, I believe they're calling it, where my frame actually hit the log. Whew! Almost lost her. Oh! Whew! First spill of the day. Oh, we did a bit of a high side there. My goodness. Whew, not bad. I'm alright. Camera survived. That's what's important. Oh, let's pick her up and take a look at what the damage was. I'm gonna take my helmet off so you're not gonna hear me.
Whew! Made it back. I got real fatigued after that advanced trail. After I fell a couple times, I was done with it after that. But you got to finish it up, get back to the novice course, and get back to the entrance. It's now pouring out, so I'm sweaty and wet inside, and I'm wet outside. I'm gonna head back to camp, and I don't even care if it's raining. I'm gonna get that fire going and cook the biggest steak. I am starving. I should have brought snacks. So thanks again to the Tamarax trail system. It's amazing. Best place I've ever been to. Made it back to camp, and it is dry in here, even though it's pouring out. The only moisture we have is a little bit running down here, but the ground is dry, I'm dry, the bed's dry. That's the important part. So the fire was pretty wet and I was hungry, so I just used the propane stove, got my steak cooked. And I got the first location sticker for my topper. The first camp trip was a success. And that's it for this video. The next day we packed everything up, went home. I didn't really record all that. I didn't get as much footage as I wanted, but I gave you an explanation for that earlier in the video. Hopefully there was enough of a storyline to keep you entertained. I know it wasn't the most cohesive. One important thing that I didn't mention the whole time is that we made it there and back. It was about 10 hours of driving in a $500 pickup truck with 300,000 miles, and it nailed it. No issues, not one hiccup. It was perfect, and I can say that now because we're here and we made it. So it was really fun to do, and I want to do it again soon. Anyways, thanks for watching.